Albany to LaGuardia, and then we'll reset it, and we'll head likely LaGuardia, Portland if there are no problems. But the game's been having problems lately, so we will keep that in mind. As if it does have problems, we're going to move on from there. Let's see. Just going to finish setting up the video, and then we'll be good to go here. Had a good flight, Burlington last night. Let's see. Let's do first flight today. Might as well. Good practice. Quickly get. All right, here we go. All right, tracker, come off. Yep, like I said, let's do first flight a day. All right, hydraulics, gear, spoilers, flaps, thrust levers, park brake, ADG, all that's good. Steering is off. All right, we can put power to the aircraft. Check the bats. At least 22 volts, we're good there. All right, power cart's coming up. Let's get our IRS aligned. Database looks good. Albany, and we'll wait for that. Do the rest of our first flight of day checks. One person will be doing this while the other one's filling the box. Gotta do a hydraulics test here in a second, so let's go ahead. Stab trim will be disconnected. It's already disconnected. By default, it should be disconnected already. It looks like it. Looks like we're coming fresh to the plane. Let's check for it. Yep, stab trim, mock trim's already disconnected. So we can go to the hydraulic page. 1, 3B, and 2 are all on. Check temps or pressures. Temps and quantities, that's looking good. We're going to go back to the status page. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start to put on the stab trim. You see we get this message. We got to wait for that message to go away. Mock trim's on, and we'll wait for that message, so we'll kind of move along here. So we got GPS 1's up now. Let's stick that in there. Going from Albany, going to LaGuardia, quick flight. We are 4635. 4635, it's going to be direct to, it says direct Albany, Kingston. That's what we'll do. Runway 19. Give me runway 22, Harp 3, and it's going to be off Albany. All right, we'll check the legs page there. So runway 19 Albany, go ahead and move that like that. I don't know why it doesn't have Kingston. There's Kingston right there. They put a direct Kingston here, so they took out STOT and PWL. Let's do that as well. That's what the actual flight plan's supposed to be. That looks good for that, so we can execute that. We're going to be 140 for the altitude, nice and low, 7680. Let's see what we got for ISA numbers. +9. The summer. we got minus 0, 9, and 1. 0, plus 9, and plus 1. Pretty light winds. That looks probably pretty good for fuel. 1608, we'll do 1628 for expected departure. Let's see what our cruise is going to be, 290.56. That looks good there. Advisory VNAV's good. Banana bars on, radios are auto-tuned. Alright, box is filled, that's good. We can continue on with first flight of day checks. Alright, that message is gone. So now we can go back to hydraulics. And we can check for depletion. So we're going to go on. Depletes much faster in game than in the real plane. Those are all depleted, that's good. 3A is coming on. 3,000 PSI, we're good there. Right, all the way to 0, and then what's Albany's altitude? I forget off the top of my head. 285, 285. Let's see. That is what's that showing. 260, we'll do 2 more. Alright, pack's coming on, recirc fans coming on. Middle position, let's check the temp. Yep, middle position's good. Cool enough for windshield heat. Seatbelt signs. First flight of the day, we're testing EMER lights. That's good. Compass is good. We're on the right side. Stall test. Anti-skid.
Gear bay overheat.
Overheat tests and main landing gear overheat. These are good, flaps good, toga. TCAS test, and we'll do a CBR test all at once.
TCAS system test.
And
okay.
that test's good. I'm not going to worry about doing a full mask, boom, check. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. That's good. IRS is still aligning. I'm not going to worry about all the trim tests because it just takes a while to do in game. It's not really helpful. That's good. All right, we're pretty much good here. Check the checklist. See if I always miss this one. Every single time do I miss the ice detector. I don't know why I miss the ice detector all the time. Okay. As soon as I grabbed the checklist, I knew I missed it because I always miss it. Alright, fuel valve check is the last check to do. Go ahead and grab ATIS.
Albany Airport information, Quebec 1600 Zulu. Wind 19er tree at 5. Visibility 10 in heavy rain. Sky
Heavy
condition,
rain.
few clouds at 1,700 feet, ceiling 4,700 feet overcast. Temperature 22. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.02.
Nice.
ILS runway 19er in use. Landing and departing runway 19er. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Quebec.
Quebec. All right. I put in for wet numbers.
Albany clearance delivery Endeavour 4635
Sending for
IFR
wet
to
numbers.
LaGuardia, ready to
About
copy.
20.
Endeavour 4635 is cleared to LaGuardia Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 19er climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 121.5 squawk 1577.
Endeavour 4635 cleared to LaGuardia Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 19er climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 121.35 squawk 1577.
Endeavour 4635 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Alright, we'll go ahead with a PDC validation. So we are 4635 squawking 1577 going from Albany to LaGuardia. It's as filed, which is direct to Albany, Kingston for the HARP 3, HARP 4 in actuality, but HARP 3 is in the box here. Expect flight level 1, 14,000 in about 10 minutes. That's about that. Legs page looks good. Albany, Kingston, Valerie, Basie. Let's just short flight. Let's go ahead and bring up the arrival. It's always good to have it. It's gonna be the HARP 4 off of Kingston. We expect 8,000 at Basie, so let's put that in. 8,000 at Basie, so it's going to be, let's see, Kingston, Valerie, Basie at 8,000, HARP, Crayley, and then radar vectors in for 2-2. HARP, Crayley, that looks good. Alright, nice. Alright, legs good. Do a quick brief here. We are presently, if I can get to the right airport, there we go. Presently at Bravo 5. Push up Bravo 5, expect taxi Charlie Alpha 219. We'll go ahead and we'll do a one-engine taxi with, left engine taxi with the APU on. Once we cross runway 10, we'll fire it up and get going. Expect a short taxi. Make sure we get clearance across 10, no hot spots. We've got 8,500 feet of runway, plenty of runway. It's going to be wet out there, I said, for wet numbers. No departure, so we're going to be doing runway heading, which is 191. Up to 12,000. That's about all I have. Alright, good. And if that's all good, we'll do a pre-flight. Interior and exterior inspections complete. Just real quick, that just came up. I gotta do yaw damp. Just waiting for that. There we go. Alright, good. Now we're good. Interior and exterior inspection complete. Flight release. Sign sent. Circuit breaker check. Duction mask check. Battery master is on. Hydraulic panel set. Pressurization set. Windshield heat's low. Passenger signs are on. ICAS. Check. Flight nav instruments. Check. Altimeters are 3002. Cross check. Nose wheel steering is off. Thrust reversers armed. Radar is off. Parking brake set. Flight time briefs complete, departure brief complete, logbook QRH are on board. Fuel required, let's see, what do we got here? Fuel required is 6.3 and we got 7.6. That's pre-flight check is complete. Alright, good. Alright, APU is almost up. Once the APU is up, we'll start disconnecting. Alright, APU should be good. Got the green avail light. AC looks good. DC looks good. Alright, we can go ahead and disconnect. Gate agent asks if we're all set. We are. Disconnect that. There goes the jet bridge, theoretically. Theoretically, there we go. Okay. Flight attendant asks if we close the door. We say yes.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers.
Alright, we get our numbers. We get our numbers. We'll go ahead and input those speeds. We got a zero fuel weight of 63,645. Yeah, we got 7675. That looks good. Alright, I'll go ahead and go over the speeds here. It's going to be V1's 129, R's 129, V2's 138, bug and 148, VTO's 196. B flaps 20, wet. Trim's going to be 6.9. Alright, that's good. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll call for push.
Albany Ground Endeavor 4635 requesting pushback.
Endeavor 4635 pushback request accepted.
Alright, beacon is on. Brakes released. Nose materials off, clear to push. Pushback checklist, doors closed, flight deck door closed, locked, fuel pumps are on, transponder is 1, pushback check is complete. There we go. Let's say we're going to push. Alright, let's get the tail going right.
Albany Ground Endeavor 4635 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right.
Endeavor 4635
Try not to push that, blow that little Cessna over.
The operator.
That's why they wouldn't put these in here. I don't know why the game decides to do that.
Albany Ground Endeavor 4635 requesting the end of pushback.
Endeavor 4635 request to
Alright, push
proceed.
complete, set brake. Brake set, you clear disconnect. We'll see you later. Adios. Now we're clear to start. Alright, we're starting 1. There we go, timer's going. Alright, we'll do first flight of day checks. Pumps are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention as we discuss.
Alright, we'll taxi out on 1 engine. We'll do first flight of day checks now.
During an emergency, please remain in your seats with your seat
Yeah,
belts
pump
fastened
press,
and
that's
not
good.
in the upright position.
And
The dropping cannon press
2's
on
coming
the
on, so we have upward brake pressure.
should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the
Alright, we already went over the numbers. Flaps 20.
display emergency lights will display to the exits which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you'll be instructed to get into the brace position.
Doing things a little out of order. Get back in order here now.
With your hands over your head.
Watch your feet.
We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for
After our
taking the
checklist,
brief
fuel pump
presentation.
set, bleed air conditioning panel set, anti-ice off, probes are on, electric check, nozzle steering is arm, app start checklist complete. Alright. Go ahead and FO can do the flight control check on that side. Alright, tech checklist. Flaps are 20, 20, 20. Takeoff speed set. Thrust set. Trim centered 6.9. Flight controls check. Tax checklist complete. I'm going to get track IR set up here. Alright, that's good. Let's get going here.
Albany Ground Endeavor 4635 with Quebec ready to taxi IFR.
Endeavor 4635 taxi to and hold short of runway 19er using taxiway Charlie Alpha cross runway 10 Alpha. Contact tower on 119
Clear left, going left.
when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 19er via taxiway Charlie Alpha cross runway 10 Alpha Endeavour 4635.
With tight quarters there. A little bit tight. Albany doesn't have jets that size usually. Alright, clear left going left, then we're clear to cross. There's a truck on the taxiway for some reason. Clear left, clear to cross. Get out of there, truck. And as soon as you get over the other side, you can go ahead and start 2. Alright, here comes 2. .5. 19.5. Alright, 2's up. Alright. Alright, delayed after-start checklist. Bleed air conditioning panel set, anti-ice off, electrics checked. Delayed after-start check is complete. Alright, you can go sit them down. Flight test boots, we get prepare the cabin for departure. Alright, we're back. Ding. We get a ding from the flight attendants. Alright, it's gonna be runway 19. Direct to first fix Albany. Alright, it's going to be a heading of 191 heading mode. Altitude is going to be 12,000. No speed restrictions. Min fuel is 6.3, and we've got 7.5 before takeoff checklist. Flaps are 20, 20, takeoff config. Okay, flight attendants notified knowledge fuel cross flows. Manual APU and bleeds are off and open. Ignition is off. NASOP brake temperature check. FMS auto tune. ICAS check clear. Rate of terrain is, we'll fix it, but it should be terrain. Terrain.
The captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Runway departure first fix is verified. Takeoff brief is complete before takeoff check is complete. Ready to go.
Albany Tower Endeavour 4635 ready for departure.
Got 2
runway
minutes.
19er IFR to
Got a minute
LaGuardia.
55. Plenty of time.
Endeavour 46
Be 2 minutes by the time we get it. There's 2.
0.01 wind 25 tree at 8. Cleared for takeoff runway 19er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19er Endeavour 4635.
Runway 19. Set thrust. Thrust set heading checks. ADOTS checks. V1 rotate. Positive rate gear up. Speed mode. Heading mode. Heading over climb.
Endeavor 4635, contact Boston Center on 121
Autopilot on.
decimal tree 5. Good day.
Going to 121 decimal tree 5, Endeavor 4635.
Come on.
Boston Center Endeavor
Flaps
4635 is passing 2,300 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Climb thrust.
Endeavor 4635 Boston Center altimeter tree 0.01 radar contact. Continue to Romeo Kilo Alpha.
Alright, RKO. I'm gonna go direct Kingston because that's what the actual flight plan's saying. Flaps up. After takeoff checklist when able. After takeoff check complete. Temp 19. No need for it. Any ice.
Endeavor 4635 contact Boston Center on 132.65. Good day.
132.65 C.
Going to 132.65, Endeavor 4635. Boston Center Endeavor 4635 is passing 7,000 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Airbus 902 contact Boston Center on 123.75. Good day.
Probably pretty close to my prediction on off
Endeavor
time.
4635 Boston Center altimeter tree 0.01 radar contact. Continue to Romeo Kilo Alpha.
Copy. We're going to Kingston again. I couldn't, because the arrival, it won't let me delete points off the arrival, which is pretty silly. Again, it's supposed to be a flight sim. Won't let you do basic things. It's kind of annoying.
Goodbye. Endeavor 4635 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Endeavor 4635.
14,000.
Endeavor 4635 contact Boston Center on 134 decimal tree. Good day.
343, we'll see ya.
Going to 134 decimal tree, Endeavor 4635. Boston Center Endeavor 4635 is at 11,200 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
Endeavor 4635 Boston Center altimeter tree 0.00 radar contact. Continue to Romeo Kilo Alpha.
And here comes the alt cap, and then we'll reset to. Alright, do a quick fuel check. Brake release. Top of climb rather, 67, 67.85. Check that off the release, and then landing. We're landing with, what does that show? 6.1. So plenty of fuel, more than enough fuel. Speed back up here. 294. We'll go 300. It alt's capped low, so it's slowing us down. There are those mountains we could see on the terrain as we took off right there. Alright, I'll be in there in 17 minutes, so go ahead and we'll call the flight attendants. Hello, be there in 17 minutes. You got any specials? No? Okay, see ya. Alright, sending in range. That will get us our gate.
Cessna 88 Alpha
The gate is going to be 73 in LaGuardia.
300 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight.
Alright, gate 73.
Cessna 88 Alpha have the Cessna Skyhawk in sight. Cessna 67 Yankee, contact Boston Center on 133.25.
Alright, we'll pretty much be on this arrival right off the bat. We briefed it quickly, but we'll go over it as we would. Alright, we're going on the Harp 4 arrival into LaGuardia, starting out at Kingston, Valerie. Basie, we expect 8,000 at Basie. Harp, Crayley. And then we should be right on the ILS for 2-2, which is going to be 13-1, both sides. Let's get that in there. It's a lot easier to set the thrust in the real plane. 13-1. 13-1. 13-1 both sides. We'll go ahead and put in guard. Alright, we'll go ahead to the approach. ILS runway 22. Let's check ATIS real quick here. I checked it on the ground. We'll check it again. ATIS information, Foxtrot 280 at 11, 10 statute miles. It's going to be a visual. Few at 6,000, broke 25,000, 27 at 9, 3006, the altimeter. ILS 22, approach and use. NOTAMs, none that I care about. Alright, that's good. So we'll send for numbers. So landing here is going to be dry. And then we'll set these numbers here.
Austin Center Airbus November
VRF 142.
Zulu flight level 280. Airbus November 122 Zulu Boston Center radar contact.
47.
Continue to Lima India Tango.
Confirm. Execute that. Alright, it is 14 March 25, 11-5, effective 20 March, ILS localizer runway 22, 110.5. Where did I get? Oh, I put in LaGuardia, 110.5. One 10.5, that's why we go over the chart. One 10.5, both sides. Final approach course 224, 1,900 glide slope intercept at Greco. DA is not required. It'll be visual. Airport elevation's 21 feet. We'll go ahead and we'll set that in. It's tough because I can't see this while I'm doing it. This knob is notoriously a pain in the ass. Alright. Airport elevation 21 feet. That's set in there. We're going to MSA off the LaGuardia VOR. 2,900 to the west for the Freedom Tower. 2,100 on the east side. Missed, we'll try to get the tower and get a heading, but if not, it'll be published missed climb 3,000 outbound LaGuardia, 225 radial crowd, 11 DME and hold, climbing the hold 3,000. That's all in there, that looks good to me. Again, obstacles as previously briefed. 3,000 Yeoman, 1,900 at Greco. Pappy on the right, LSF lights. Let's see. VGSI and ILS glide path not coincident. VGSI angle 3.0. Touchdown 67 feet. That's about that. We got 7,002 feet of runway available. 7,002 feet of runway available. Probably, let's expect a Charlie, Fox, or Delta exit. Echo, Delta, or Charlie exit. Come back around at Bravo. We're going to 73. Probably Bravo. Move over to Alpha at some point into 73. That is that. Questions? No? All right, good. Alright, if we're all good with that, we'll do a descent check. Altimeters are 3000. Cross check. Minimums, not required. Landing data is flaps 45, 147. Approach brief is complete. Seatbelt signs are on. Pressurization set. Descent check is complete. Alright, good. We'll be there in there quick. We're coming up on top of descent now.
At 9,000 feet, Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight.
Top of descent in 1 minute.
4 miles at 6,700 feet, Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight.
So we'll look for Basie here. So Basie, right now it's only 1,200 foot per minute. By the time we get top descent, it should be 2,000 something.
Alpha have the Cessna Skyhawk in sight. Cessna 09er Papa have the Cessna Skyhawk in sight. Austin Center, Airbus November 7765, Mike flight level 250. Airbus November 7765, Mike Boston Center radar contact. Continue to HINGZ.
See it cleared up nicely out here. Going to the city. City's over there somewhere. "11 minutes to LaGuardia."
Cessna 09er might contact Boston Center on 128.1.
Sitting right behind the
Good day.
post. Good traffic there.
128.1 Cessna 09er Mike. Goodbye.
Going to Valerie. The Hudson River Valley here. See it cutting through. Goes up all the way to the city. The city's there, and then LaGuardia's over here, coming in on this side. Follow the Hudson all the way down. It's the city there. It's Manhattan, Harlem, Queens, Long Island, Bronx, or Brooklyn rather. Bronx is closer up in here somewhere.
Austin Center, Cessna November 4455 Alpha 9.
Alright, I'm asking for 8,000.
Cessna November
If I can get a word in.
Alpha Boston Center altimeter tree 0.0 tree radar contact. Continue.
6,000.
Boston Center Endeavor 4635. Request 8,000 feet.
Daughter tree 5 Bravo contact Boston Center on 1
You
tree.
probably have live traffic
65.
on as the radio gets busy, but they ignore you.
Endeavor 4635 descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Endeavor 4635.
Alright, vertical speed.
1 tree 2.65 daughter tree 5 Bravo. Goodbye.
And 10,000 is going to come up at us quick, so. LaGuardia should be right in here. You can just barely see the East River. So, showing 2,600 for Basie. We got 2600 in there. We're on the snowflake. We're slowing down, which will only help us. So you see the banana bar is a little bit past Basie, but as we slow down, that will help. Still got boards I can pull if I need to, but try to avoid them if I can. This turn will help descend us a little bit. Lose some of that lift vector in a turn. You see it's now banana bars coming in as we both slow and descend down. Going 2700, catch up the rate. I'm giving myself this descent, so I don't need to really follow it too hard because he didn't give it to me, but probably would have, but late. The game likes to do it late. Alright, we're going to pull boards here. We're going to slow down here for 10. Here comes the chime. A little bit fast, but it's not too bad. Out of 9,000 for 8,000. Approach checks. Flight nav instruments. 10-5, 10-5, 10-5. That's good. Verified cabin notification complete. Approach check complete. There go the boards. And here comes the power.
Airbus 23 Zulu contact New York Center on 1-2.6. Good day.
Summer cold, which is kind of gross.
Airbus 88 Hotel descend and maintain flight level 290.
Alright, through 18. We never got out from under 18, so just need to get rid of that one
Austin
light.
Center, Cessna November 8270
Never went above 18.
4,000 feet.
Better way to put it.
Endeavor 46 tree 5 contact New York approach on 1-2.7.
32.7, we'll see you.
Good day. Cessna November 8270 tree Boston center altimeter tree 0.05 radar contact. Continue.
132.7 Endeavor 4635. Goodbye. New York approach Endeavor 4635 8,000 feet.
Endeavor 46 tree 5 New York approach altimeter tree 0.05 radar contact. Continue to HAARP.
Alright, 05 on the meter. Oh, 05 on the meter, alright. So, you often fly, there's traffic going into white plains. See if I can spot white plains. Where are you, white plains? They're right there, I believe. Yeah, it looks like white plains. Trying to see if we can see it. I think that's white. Yeah, it's white plains right there. You can see the traffic coming into white plains. So you see them coming in under you as we make this turn over the Long Island Sound. Alright, we got our blue needle, which means it should have auto put in the frequency. So you see we're doubled up now, the frequency we put in there, and then it automatically switched it over. It didn't do it on this side yet, on the right, that's fine. He doesn't have blue needles yet. So that's the localizer course for 2-2. Spot LaGuardia is right here. See it? That's 2-2, that's the pier. 2-2, that's Rikers Island. So that's the runway we're going for right there. Nice clear day. So
Endeavor 46 tree 5 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, Endeavor 4635.
alright, 3,000 vertical speed. So we're now looking for yeoman. We need at least 1,007 to make yeoman. 3,000 feet, so we'll use it. Just using all the information I have to help facilitate this. Because you don't want to be late on this, so yeoman is the furthest out point on the approach rather. And so by using that, I can.
You are 2 miles northeast. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors ILS runway 22 approach.
Maintain present heading
Not
and
how they'd
altitude.
say
Expect
that.
vectors ILS runway 22 approach. Endeavor 4635.
Alright, we're on a heading now. I can go green needles. So green needles is the loc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself pretty much on the loc. And you see, because I matched yeoman of 1,600 feet, it's got us on the glide slope. So we're all set here by following that. So using the information we got available, I'm also, I wouldn't want to slow down necessarily yet. Going to New York, they keep you fast. And I'm just going to work the heading bug here to maintain. Now, he would keep us on a heading and then join us, but the game isn't smart enough to do that sort of shit, so I just do it myself here. What I'm going to do here is put...
4635, you are 18 miles northeast of LaGuardia. Maintain present heading and altitude. Contact tower on 118.7.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 118.7. Endeavor 4635.
Execute. That's the final approach course.
Tower Endeavor 4635, 16 miles northeast inbound ILS runway 22 approach.
You see I got an intercept angle?
5 tower. Altimeter tree 0.07 wind 29er 0 at 6. Cleared ILS runway 22 approach.
Cleared the approach, so approach is getting armed.
Cleared ILS runway 22 approach. Endeavor
So
4635.
now it's going to put us on the localizer. I'm going to go ahead and bring the power back. We'll start slowing. Now, this is where like new pilots get screwed up here. Let's put this heading 224. In a fast aircraft is we're descending. This airplane's pretty slippery, so it doesn't like slowing down. You notice we're not slowing down very fast. So we're going downhill, but we're still quite a ways out. So you can see how far out we are. So we still have a ways to go here, so there's no real rush to get slowed down too much. We can start putting flaps in at 230 knots. That will help. We can also grab some, this is the runway right here, we can also grab some boards if we need it. But currently we're good. I need to be completely configured by 1,000. I just need to lose another 10 knots, so we're still good. We're slowing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated.
3,000 is going to be the missed approach. We can just leave that where it is. Alright, and now I'm going to start grabbing some boards. I want to get slowed down and start configuring. Boards are coming out. Alright. Flaps 8. Gear down.
Endeavor 4635.
Flaps 20.
28 tree at 11. Cleared to land runway 22.
Go to land.
Cleared to land runway 22. Endeavor 4635.
Flaps, not yet. Almost there. Flaps 30. Now. Alright, boards are going away. Speed's getting set. Should have flaps in by now, but I'll get them in here in 1 second here. Flaps 45. Landing checklist. Landing gear is down 3 green. Why is it? You know what? It's weird. It's not grabbing the glide slope. That's why we're having problems here. I don't know why it's not grabbing the glide slope. I took the autopilot off. Didn't grab the glide slope. I was like, we're way low. That's why we're having such a problem slowing down. I never grabbed the glide slope. So I don't know why I didn't grab the glide slope. Oh, we're going to level and we're going to re-grab the glide slope. See how it has a green glide slope on the left? That means that it is tracking the glide slope, but it wasn't. So I don't know what the hell the game's doing. Alright, we're stabilized now. Alright, let me get track IR set up here. I'm going to actually pause the game and do that because it's too critical of a spot to be screwing with track IR. Alright, there we go. Alright, I got track IR on now. So when in doubt, just click the autopilot off because it looked like it was not following the glide slope correctly and then wasn't sure, and yeah. So yeah, when the glide slope's green like that, it should be grabbing it. It was not, so I don't know why it wasn't tracking the glide slope. But it definitely wasn't, so.
500.
Alright, stable, continue. So yeah, the problem was the nose was down too much because it wasn't tracking the glide slope. That's why we were struggling to slow down. A little low correcting, a little slow correcting. Trim's still not great. We're gonna accept a third red light because I like that better for this approach on this runway.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Alright, first are out. Spoiler's green, 90 knots. Get a little bit of a lag because of this is a premium scenery pack, so it lags you out right around flare.
Endeavor 4635, contact ground.
You don't really stop in LaGuardia, you just keep moving. Same with JFK, you just kind of keep moving. Tell you 2 lefts, contact ground, so. I don't know why I didn't grab the glide slope. I've done that before.
127.675, Endeavor 4635. Goodbye.
Until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Ground Endeavor
Gonna inevitably
4635,
give us the
request
wrong
taxi
gates.
to the gate.
Endeavor 4635, taxi to gate tree 1 using taxiway, Bravo Lima Alpha 906.
Taxiing to gate tree 1 via taxiway Bravo Lima Alpha 906, Endeavor 4635.
Alright, after lane checklist enabled, after lane check is complete. Thank you. Alright, 71, I gotta check the 73 is where we're going? 73. 73 is 14, so let's take a right on Mike, Alpha 14. Alright, we got 2 minutes, we can go ahead and shut down 1. Pump, press, that's good. Alright, here comes Mike. Clear right, going right. Get that APU going as it takes extra. Here's 14. Coming up here. 73. Let's see where 73 is. 73 is second to last gate.
Config flaps.
See, the 14 line's wrong because of construction. This should be the 14 line. We got somebody on our gate, so we'll use the next gate over. Do they have the numbers wrong here? I don't know.
The flight deck's captain speaking. Currently not at the gate just yet. I'll have to actually sit in your seat.
Yeah, I think the numbers are wrong. Vans. They do this shit for immersion, and then it's more immersion braking because they don't put the shit where it belongs. Alright, check that APU real quick. Alright, APU is good. Alright, seatbelt sign off. I'll take track IR off. Engine shutdown. Now it's hard to see it because this is in the way. Alright, chocks are in place. Flight 10 stores for arrival. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on
Alright, we'll do the rest of the stuff here. Alright, shutdown checklist. Seatbelt signs off, beacons off, generator electric set, fuel pumps off, nozzle steering, let's get that one off. Approach windshield heater off, anti-ice off, hydraulic pumps are off, thrust lever shut off, transponder is standby, parking brake is set. Shutdown check is complete. Alright, good. Let's go ahead and I think we need to lose all power to make that work. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll set up and we'll head to Portland. Very strange, the plane was showing that it was tracking the glide slope, and it wasn't. So, I should have caught it a little bit sooner, but, let's go back to the main menu. Should have caught it a little bit sooner, but that's a game issue. I don't know why it wasn't grabbing the glide slope. Alright, so we'll go to Portland here. Alright. LaGuardia. Yeah, it should have been the other side, but I got confused for the gate, but I got confused with the the taxiway wasn't where it's supposed to be. Like I've got the taxi diagram ahead of me. You can see like it still shows construction on here. It showed 14 going in here, and then it was 15 line. So 73 is over here, but yeah, let me look. Yeah, it shows up the 12 line. So that was probably just me. Yeah, 14 is correct. I misread it. That's me. All right, we'll go off 74 where we were. All right, we're gonna go to Portland. See what the flight plan looks for. Grecky Judge Cam Sea Dog. That's this one. All right, Cam Sea Dog. Let's see. We'll go Grecky. Grecky. Juds. Cambridge. Sea Dog 4. Alright. That looks good. Portland, let's check the weather in Portland. 28012, gust 25. So it looks like a 29. So Sea Dog 429, that's good. ILS 29, that's good. See what they're departing in LaGuardia. Information Fox 280 at 11, 10 statute miles, fuel 6, broken 25, 27, and 93006. ILS 22 departing 31. So departing 31, so we'll put that in. See what I want for a SID off 31. LaGuardia 7. Three one 314 assigned by ATC, maintained 5,000. So we'll do LaGuardia. Let's see, what's Goldman? I forget Goldman. No, we're not doing Goldman. That's yep. LaGuardia 731's good. Alright, LaGuardia 731 arrivals, that looks good. Let's see what the altitude's gonna be. 250. What's our flight number? It's gonna be 5346. See how many pounds of fuel. We want 8,500. So 42. That's good there. And make sure it still has us going. I hate how it does this and I can't move it. Let's make sure we're still off of the gate. Yep, still off the gate. We're going to 3-1. That looks good. All right, we'll send it. All right. We got to load the terminal in. Track error is coming back off. We'll do it as a turnaround. All right, turnaround. We'll cycle the IRSs. All right, good. Now I got to get everything set up here. Ground power's in use. Let's put on logo light. That's good. We'll be out of here soon. That can come on. Pressure is 20. Actually, what Portland I think is the same. Let me check Portland. .76. Portland is higher. 40, 60, 80. Okay, 80 is good. Recirc's on. Cargo. Windshield still good. What's the temp? Temp still good for windshield. Heat. That's good. Still me flying. We'll initialize the position. Nope, cancel that. Click the wrong line select key. LaGuardia. Portland. What are we again here? 50, 346. And it's going to be what? Grecky Judds? Grecky. Cambridge. Grecky Judge, Cambridge, Sea Dog 4.
Kilo Hotel Whiskey Victor, traffic Cessna November 2706, 61 miles southwest.
31 Grecky Judds,
Down to land runway 24.
Cambridge, Sea Dog, CAC, Sea Dog, CAC, Sea Dog. Why is it? I love it how it always does this. Yeoman Yak, what? I gotta look at this approach here. The game does this weird shit with this arrival, or with a bunch of arrivals. Sea Dog, CAC, Eric. Yeoman shouldn't be in there at all. Why that's in there, I don't know. So let's see. Let's check the approach for ILS 29, because I don't know off the top of my head. Sap, Pete. Alright, Sap, then Pete. That's together. I don't know why we cut that. Sap, Pete, runway 29. That all looks good. Yak is... I don't see Yak at all. Okay, there it is. Yeoman Yak. It is Yeoman Yak. So it's Kayak. Sea Dog should be behind Kayak. So let's see. Sea Dog. I don't know why this screws this shit up. Cam, Sea Dog. Kayak. Yeoman. Yak. Sap. Pete. And I think Sap is on the approach, is it not? Yeah, Sap is on the approach, so that's fine. Join that up. Probably should have left the discontinuity in there, but that's fine. Alright, that looks good. We'll execute that. Direct Grecky, Judd, Sea Dog 4, Sap, I-29 Pete. That looks good. Okay. Alright. We're cooking with gas now. Flight level 250. Fuel is 8.5. Plus 8. The ice, the deviation. Let's see. Plus 16, 22, and 32. Yep. That looks fine. 20 minutes from now, we'll say, so 29. Ah, shit. Take that, put it here. 2,500 for the reserves, that's fine. That looks good. Top of climb. That looks good. Alright. Looks good. That's good. Auto-tuned is nice. That looks good. Alright. Alright. Set up. I'll finish setting up here. That looks good. We did all that. We're down here. Okay. Check, make sure we don't have any messages I don't want. Check this other page here. Alright, good. That's all good stuff. Get the APU spinning as we'll get out of here quick. Make it a quick turn. Quick turns of quick turns. Alright, we'll plan our out. Let's quickly listen to ATIS here. I read it off, but it could be different in game, so.
LaGuardia Airport Information Kilo 2000 Zulu. Wind 28 tree at 11. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 6,600 feet, 14,000 feet scattered. Temperature 27. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.06. ILS runway 22 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 1. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Kilo.
Kilo.
LaGuardia Airport.
Ground Endeavour 5346 ready to copy IFR clearance to Portland.
Endeavour 5346 is cleared to Portland Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree 1 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.05 squawk 6637.
6637.
Endeavour 5346 cleared to Portland Airport is filed. Takeoff runway tree 1 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 127.05 squawk 6637.
Endeavour 5346 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Alright, APU's up. Alright, they asked to pull the power cart. We say, sure. I'm going to send for takeoff, dry. Flaps 8's fine. That's sent, rather. Alright, we'll do a PDC validation here. We are, what are we, 5346, squawking 6637, going from LaGuardia to Portland. It's going to be direct Grecki, Judd's, Sea-Dog, Cam, Sea-Dog, and then expect items 29. Climb maintain 12,000 feet. Legs, already checked the legs, that's good. Let's go ahead and do a quick brief here. Alright, we're sitting on 74. We'll push with ramp. 15 Bravo off 15. Going to 3-1, so likely a left on Alpha, right on November Bravo, or a right turn Victor Bravo, or Zulu Bravo to 3-1. We get 7,002 feet of runway. 314 is the heading. RTO is previously briefed. We're going to be climb maintain 12,000 feet. SID is just heading up 314, assigned by ATC up to 5,000. They gave us 12. We get a speed restriction, which is not applicable to us because we're going to Grecki, so normal speed restriction there. If we lose one coming off at 3-1, we'll climb on runway heading 1100. We'll accelerate, retract flaps, MCT, and climb. That's about it. That's all I got. We'll do 2 engines out, APU off, as it's going to be a short taxi. Alright, good. See, the cart's gone. Get rid of the cart? Yeah. I'll take a pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist, interior and exterior inspection, complete flight release sign, set, circuit breakers check, action match check, battery master is on, hydraulic panel is set, pressurization set, windshield heat's low, passenger signs on, ICAS. Check. Flight and nav instruments checked. Altimeter is 3006 cross check. Nose wheel steering's off. Thrust reversers armed. Radar is off. Parking brake set. Flight time briefing's complete. Departure briefing's complete. Logbook QRH are on board. Fuel required is going to be 6.7 on board. We got 8.5. Pre-flight check is complete. All right, good. Alright, gate agent comes down, asks if we can close up. Say yes. give us our numbers. FO starts setting in those numbers. Flight attendant has to close the door. The answer is yes. Pull the chocks.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Alright, cabin secure. Pushback checklist. Doors are. Let's double check the doors page here. Doors closed. Flight deck door closed. Locked. Fuel pumps are on. Transponder is 1. Pushback checklist complete. Alright, let's call for a push.
Ground Endeavour 5346 requesting pushback.
Endeavour 5346 pushback request accepted.
Alright, beacon's on. Brakes released, steering is off. You're clear to push. 15 Bravo. Eventually. Alright, man on the cart tells us we can go ahead and start. Go ahead and start the right engine.
Pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
Endeavour 5346, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Ground Endeavour 5346 requesting the end of pushback.
Endeavour 5346
Alright,
request
brake
and
set, clear to
pushback
disconnect.
received.
See you. Next push. Alright, good start. You can go ahead and start the other one.
Please pay attention as we display the safety features and procedures of the aircraft in case of an emergency. During an emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over
Oh,
your
good.
head.
Somebody boot on
If there is
Twitch.
smoke in the
Just
cabin
like that.
during the evacuation of the aircraft,
Get this engine
the
started
warning
first.
emergency
And
lights
we'll do
will
that.
display to the exits which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you'll be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
There's a good start there. Alright. Check electrics. Engines are taking the load. That's good. We like to see it. Alright, watch your feet. Half start checklist. Fuel pumps set. Bleed air conditioning set. Any ice off. Probes are on. Electric check. Nose to your arms armed. Half start check complete. Alright, good. Alright, let's go through these numbers real quick. 141, 142, 152, Bunga 162, VTOs 199. Got 82 souls on board. Trim is going to be 6.9. And go ahead, flaps 8. Here come the flaps. Alright, do flight control check. Alright, taxi checklist. Flaps are 888. Takeoff speed set. Thrust set. Trim centered 6.9. Flight controls check. Taxi check is complete and call for taxi.
Ground Endeavour 5346 with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
Endeavour 5346 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 1 using taxiway 15 Alpha Zulu. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
I think we'll do that.
Taxi to and hold short runway tree 1 via taxiway 15 Alpha Zulu Endeavour 5346.
Yeah, you can go ahead and set flight attendants down. Flight attendants, there's the cabin departure. Alright. Why I don't have two people with their heads down. No line here, we'll just make the right on Alpha and go to Zulu. We're right. Right. The flight attendants ding us. There's the ding. Alright, runway 31 first fix is Grecky. 31 first fix Grecky. It's going to be heading of 314, heading mode up to 12,000, no speed restrictions. Min fuel is 6.7, we got 8.4. For takeoff checklist flaps are 88 takeoff config, okay. Flight attendants notified, knowledge fuel cross flow is manual. APU and bleeds are off and open. Ignition is off, anti-ice off, brake temperature checked, FMS, auto tune, ICAS. Check clear. Radar terrain is terrain. Runway departure first fix verified. Takeoff brief is complete. For takeoff checklist complete. Here we go. We're good to go. What do we got time on that engine? We got 3 minutes. We're good. Beautiful. It's less than 3 minutes. About just coming on 2 minutes actually now, just because I didn't restart the timer. But
Tower
we have
Endeavour
plenty of time on the engine.
5346 ready for departure.
Time to get out there. We'll have 2
runway
minutes.
31 IFR to Portland.
Endeavour 5 tree, 46 altimeter, tree 0.04, wind 28 tree at Niner. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1.
Good takeoff 3-1. Here we go.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1 Endeavour 5346.
Clear left. Good to go. Runway 31. Set thrust. Thrust set heading checks. Enoch checks. V1, rotate. Pause rake, gear up. Speed mode. Heading. Heading over climb.
Endeavour 5 tree, 46
Autopilot on.
contact New York departure on 127.05. Good day.
127.05 Endeavour 5346. Goodbye. New York departure Endeavour 5346 is at 1,800 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Endeavour 5346
Flaps up.
New York departure altimeter tree 0.04
Climb
radar
thrust.
contact continue.
After takeoff checks when able. After takeoff, check is complete. 04, huh? Should be coming over Jersey. Here's Manhattan. Gonna park. Coming up on Teterboro, and then New York's down there. Ugh. There's Teterboro right here. New York is down there.
Endeavour 5346 contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day.
21 1 1/4. We'll see you.
Going to 121.125 Endeavour 5346.
LaGuardia Airport information.
New York Center Endeavour 5346 is at 8,300 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Endeavour 5346 New York, center altimeter tree 0.04 radar contact. Continue to Grecky.
Grecky. Alright, here comes Grecky. Confirm.
New York
Execute.
Center, generic
Now,
November
FMS
6749er tree, 6,000 feet. Generic November 6749er tree, New York Center altimeter tree 0.04 radar contact. Continue. Endeavour 5346 climb and maintain flight level 230.
230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 Endeavour 5346.
Generic 49er tree traffic is 11 o'clock, 2 miles at 7,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
230.
Generic 49er tree, have the traffic.
Goes away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Zip climb out.
New York Center, daughter November 8301 Echo 7,000 feet. Endeavour 5346 contact Boston Center on 1 tree, 4 decimal tree. Good day.
See you later.
Daughter November 8301 Echo, New York Center altimeter tree 0.05 radar contact. Continue.
1 tree 4 decimal tree Endeavour 5346. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavour 5346 is at 17,900 feet, climbing flight level 230.
Endeavour 5346 Boston Center, radar contact. Continue to Grecky.
Yep, we're going there. The climb checklist, altimeters, standard, cross check. Climb check is complete. Very nice. It's out of 220 for 230. Final's 25, I believe. He's going to give it to us late, I bet. Yeah, 25. Give it to us late, probably. Right as we level off.
Endeavor 53, 46 contact Boston Center on
Gonna send us off to
128.1.
Boston Center and then do it.
Good day.
128.1 Endeavor 5346. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavor 5346 is passing flight level 230, climbing flight level 250.
Did it say? Did it tell us 250? Maybe it did.
Boston Center radar contact. Continue to Grecky.
Maybe I missed it. I must have missed it. Vertical
Endeavor
speed.
5346 climb and maintain
Nope.
flight level 250.
They just gave it to me here. Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't think I got it.
Climb and maintain flight level 250 Endeavor 5346.
And climb. Let me look. Cruise. Let me go to climb. There we go.
Boston Center Cessna November 7446 6,000 feet. Cessna November 7446 Boston Center altimeter 30.05 radar contact. Continue to SORD.
Out of 240 for 250. Take it easy, plane. This the real plane does this sort of thing. It over exaggerates this stuff, so you kind of have to babysit a little bit. I got alt cap. Alright, there's our cruise at 300. Alright, we're leveled off here. Let's go ahead and fuel check. Check brake release, see what it looks like towards our fuel burn. 4.7 at landing, that looks good. Nowhere near min fuel. Short flight. It's the last fuel check you gotta do because we don't have less than an hour left. Alright, I got 46 minutes into Portland here. Go ahead, start setting up a brief on the arrival. Let's check what the time is. It's 35, so we'll get new ATIS by the time we get in there, but let's go ahead and check the ATIS now. So let's send for it. Not going to get electronic ATIS out of here, so I have to listen to it. But we could look it up on the iPad, which is what I'm doing anyway. It's 270 at 9, gust 21, 10 statute miles, scattered 6,525 and 13, 2993. So 29 still looks likely. Let's give you a visual, backed up with the ILS. ILS 29 is the backup. Got the Sea-Dog for arrival. Check that. It's going to be Cambridge Sea-Dog. Cambridge Sea-Dog. Sea-Dog at 11,000. That's in there. Kayak. After Kayak's Yeoman. Then Yak. Yeoman. Yak. Then we got Sappy. Above 3,000. Above 3,000. That's good. And then we're going right in. Sap is a fix on the ILS. That's why I don't have a discontinuity. Got the ILS localized runway 29's 13 over 20. 11-2, 1099. Both sides. Final approach course is 290, 1,700 feet. DA is not required. Airport elevation 76 feet. We got 80 in there. We're all set there. We got 1,900 on the east side, 3,600 on the north, 3,100 to the west for the MSA off the Kennebunk VOR. Missed approach, climb 700, climbing left turn to 3,000. 700, climbing left turn 3,000, direct to Kennebunk and hold. That's all in there. That looks good. We like the look of it. Highest obstacle is not a factor. 3,000 a SAP, 1,700 PEEP, happy on the right, Malasar lights. $7,200 feet of runway. Looks like plenty of runway there. Plan a right turn off, probably Alpha 4, Alpha 3, then Alpha to the gate. Let's see what gate we're going into. We'll send for the gate. Send for the gate, and we get gate 7.
Boston Center, Cessna, November 429er, Tree Sierra, flight level 260.
Alright, gate 7's our gate.
Endeavor 5346, contact Boston Center on 132.65.
3265, we'll see ya.
Cessna, November 429er, Tree Sierra, Boston Center, radar contact. Continue to Lima Yankee Hotel.
Going to 132.65, Endeavor 5346.
Cessna Tree 46, contact Boston Center on 134.3. Good day.
Looks like we can cut across apron on Alpha to get to 7. So if we go L4, that'll be running a 7 or a little bit beyond it.
Boston
Come
Center,
back
Endeavor
before it on Alpha.
5346, flight level 250.
That's about it.
Endeavor 5346, Boston Center, radar contact. Continue.
That's about all I got for a brief there. That's done. Did that nice and early. Slow down just a little bit here. I'll be in the back. And ladies and gentlemen, expect smooth ride for the next little bit here. Turn off the fast seatbelt sign. While you are seated, we do ask you to have your seatbelt securely fastened about you for your safety. Expect you should be in Portland in about the next 45 minutes, so we'll keep you updated as we get a little bit closer there. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you when we get in Portland. Alright, we're back. Alright, sending for runway, dry runway. That's sent and set. VREF's 142. Alright, confirm that, execute. Nice. Alright, that's good.
Cessna 55 Zulu, contact Boston Center on 123.75. Good day. One two three decimal 75 Cessna 55 Zulu. Goodbye. Boston Center, Docker, November 29er, 422, flight level 300. Docker, November 29er, 422, Boston Center, radar contact, continue.
Alright, we got 14 minutes to top of descent, so just kind of chilling until then. Got the briefs all done, that helps. Get all lights off? I did. We did all that. We're good. Just chilling. Pretty short flight, but we get everything done, so that's nice. If you get everything done, you can chill out. If you don't, you gotta kind of rush at the end, so better to get it done early. Better to get it done early. Phenomena. I might get dinged constantly. Alright, 10 minutes till we have to do anything.
Boston Center generic November 64472, 11,000 feet. Generic November 64472 Boston Center altimeter tree 0.01 radar contact. Continue to Canaan. Endeavour 5 tree 46 contact Boston Center on 123.75. Good day.
375, we'll sit.
123.75 Endeavour 5 tree 46. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavour 5 tree 46 flight level 250.
Endeavour 5 tree 46 Boston Center radar contact. Continue to Charlie Alpha Mike.
Direct Cambridge, yep, we got you. ears are clogged from my cold. Can't hear anything. Wow, completely deaf now from my cold.
Cessna 60 Papa, you are 58 miles west. Descend and maintain 3,800 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Muggy transition. Clear to Muggy. Descend and maintain 3,800 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Muggy transition. Clear to Muggy Cessna 60 Papa.
Alright. Let's see, top of descent. Where are we at here, guy? 4 minutes. And then what do we got? We just got Sea Dog at 11. My ears will not clear.
Endeavor 5346 contact Boston Center on 134.7.
347. We'll see
Good
you.
day.
134.7 Endeavor 5346. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavor 5346 flight level 250.
Endeavor 5346 Boston Center, radar contact, continue.
We'll continue. So we're gonna lose 14,000 feet if he doesn't give it to us. I gotta call for it. Alright, we're coming up on Todd here in a minute. Alright, we'll give him a call.
Boston Center Endeavor 5 Tree 46. Request 15,000 feet.
Endeavor 5 Tree 46 descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet Endeavor 5 Tree 46. Boston Center Endeavor 5 Tree 46. Request 11,000 feet.
11,000.
Endeavor 5 Tree 46 descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet Endeavor 5 Tree 46.
Endeavor 5 Tree 46 contact Boston Center on 128 decimal tree 25. Good day.
.128 decimal tree 25 Endeavor 5 Tree 46. Goodbye. Boston
Right.
Center Endeavor 5 Tree 46.
There's our descent
passing
Sea
flight
Dog.
level 240, descending 15,000 feet.
Endeavor 5 Tree 46 Boston Center radar contact. Continue to dog.
Confirm, execute this. Did we get an altimeter? I don't think we did. Let's go with 299er3. Descent check. Altimeter is 299er3 cross check. Minimum is not required. It's visual. Landing date is flaps 45, 145. Perfect complete. Seatbelt signs on. First station set. Centric complete.
Endeavor 5 Tree 46 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet Endeavor 5 Tree 46.
There's 11,000. And we're warming up here on the way down, so likely we won't need any anti-ice on the way down. Temp's good. No need for any ice.
Endeavour 5346 contact Boston Center on 128.2. Good day.
22 Endeavor 5346 was 8.
128.2 Endeavor 5346. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavor 5346 is passing 12,400 feet, descending 11,000 feet.
Endeavour 5346 Boston Center altimeter 29.905 radar contact. Continue to dog.
95 on the meter, all around, 1 to go.
Endeavour 5346 contact Boston Center on 118.55. Good day.
1855 Endeavor 5346 was 8.
118.55 Endeavor 5346. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavor 5346 11,100 feet.
Endeavour 5346 Boston Center altimeter 29.904 radar contact. Continue to KOICC.
Kayak. 94 on the meter, all around. I got a blue needle preview already. 99's all in there. Beautiful.
Endeavour 5346, you are 27 miles west. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 29er approach via Echo November Echo transition. Clear to Echo November Echo.
Alright, 3,000, direct Kennebunk.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 29er approach via Echo November Echo transition. Clear to Echo November Echo Endeavour 5346.
Alright, there's direct Kennebunk, and I gotta fix some stuff here. Vertical speed. Get rid of that hold.
Endeavour 5346 contact Boston Center on 128.2. Good day.
One 128.2 Endeavour 5346. Goodbye.
Now I gotta catch up with this approach here. What are we looking at? 3,000 sap. $1,200 feet per minute will do it.
Boston Center Endeavour 5346 is passing 10,100 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
Endeavour 5346 Boston Center altimeter 29.905 radar contact. Continue to Echo November Echo.
I would take a Road check. Flight nav instruments are verified. Cabin notification complete. Road check complete. Gotta get some stuff done here. Change my shit around for me. It still looks good. Alright.
Cessna 851, contact Boston Center on 133 decimal
Be a hell of a
325.
turn onto this final
Good
approach
day.
course. I don't know why they do it this way, but this is how the game thinks you're supposed to fly, which is not.
133 decimal 325, Cessna 851. Goodbye. Cessna 906 Romeo, contact approach on 125 decimal 5. Good day. One two five decimal 5 Cessna 906 Romeo. Goodbye. Boston Center Cessna November 8240 Victor 7,000 feet. Cessna November 8240 Victor Boston Center altimeter 29er decimal 9 or 5 radar contact. Continue to Echo November Echo.
I'm gonna go idle, let us start slowing down a little bit. This is kind of a hanger of a turn, so if I cut inside of it, I want to not be going super fast.
Daughter Tree 1 Yankee, contact Boston Center on 118 decimal 55. Good day. One 118 decimal 55 Daughter Tree 1 Yankee. Goodbye.
Looks like 95 going
Boston
into Portland
Center,
right there.
Cessna November 59er 6 Romeo 10.
Driven that many a times.
Cessna November 59er 6 Romeo Boston Center altimeter 29er decimal 9er tree radar contact. Continue. Cessna 906 Romeo, contact approach on 125 decimal 5. Good day. Going to 125 decimal 5 Cessna 906 Romeo. Cessna 62 Delta, contact approach on 119er decimal 75. Good day.
Alright, here's the field right here. We're landing this way, coming into 29. Our gate's right there, 7.
75 Cessna 62 Delta. Goodbye. Boston Center Cessna November 9er 89er 9er Charlie 4,800 feet. Cessna November 9er 89er 9er Charlie Boston Center altimeter 29er decimal 9er tree radar contact. Continue. Cessna 2 Tree Bravo traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles at 7,100 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight.
Tadavara.
Cessna
4,000,
727
3,000.
traffic is 12 o'clock 3 miles at 6,700 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight. Endeavour 5346, you are 7 miles southeast of Portland. Contact Portland Tower on 120.9er when inbound on the approach. Cessna 40 Victor, descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Tower on 120.9er, Endeavour 5346.
Cessna 2 Tree Bravo, have the Cessna Skyhawk in sight.
I think flaps 8.
Cessna 2 Tree Bravo, traffic alert. 1 o'clock, less than 1 mile,
Heading
7,000
mode.
feet, Cessna Skyhawk.
Going to Green Needles.
Report them in sight. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
It's 1007 vertical speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated and
Flaps 20. Approach mode.
Portland Tower, Endeavour 534610 miles east inbound, ILS runway
You down?
29er approach.
Endeavour 5346 Portland Tower.
Cutting in a little tight here.
Altimeter 29er.9er tree, wind 285 at 9er. Cleared ILS runway 29er approach.
This is why
Cleared
this
ILS
weird
runway
angle's
29er approach,
funky.
Endeavour 5346.
Flaps 30. Flaps 45. Landing checklist. Landing gear down 3 green flaps, 45, 45. Thruster versus arm. Landing check split. Yeah, they wouldn't do that tight of a turn on you. They'd give you the turn earlier. But the game's the game, so. At this point, I'm visual anyways. I could just break off and just do a visual, but we're good there.
Endeavour 5346, wind 285 at 9er. Cleared to land runway 29er.
Little land, 29.
Cleared to land runway 29er, Endeavour
Alright, quickly
5346.
check. Track IR. Alright, see if we get a glide slope capture. We do. It's okay, good, it's doing it. Just make sure it doesn't overshoot it. A little slow. Fixing that. That is me. The other thing is, in the real plane, you don't have any daylight between the flight director and this. You do, so it's kind of pitching to the flight director where I'm supposed to, and the game doesn't like it. It does too much. That's why like getting high here is got an artificially large gap.
1,000.
Cool, then. Trim is crikey. Trim's a mess. Like, I'm pushing the trim down, and then it responds really quickly in the opposite direction. So. A little high, correcting. Alright, we're coming on glide now. We're visual. Alright, 2 whites, 2 reds, we're good.
5,
Yeah, we'll continue. A little bit of a left cross.
400. 300.
Why are there two towers?
300. 200.
Slow, we gotta fix the slow.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Suppose green 90 knots will make Alpha 4.
Endeavor 5 tree 46 exit runway when able.
7 should be right here.
Endeavor 5 tree 46 contact ground on 120.9er.
On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us and hope you will join us again.
Ladies and gentlemen, flight decks, captain speaking.
120.9er Endeavor 5 tree 46. Goodbye.
Fasten to get to the gate. Once we do get there, I'll.
Portland ground Endeavor 5 tree 46 taxi to the gate.
Thank you very much.
Endeavor 5 tree 46 taxi to gate 0 via taxiway Bravo.
Please remain seated
Oh, there's gate right off our left here.
stop.
Endeavor 5 tree 46, please acknowledge.
Shut up.
Taxiing to gate 0 using taxiway Bravo Endeavor 5 tree 46.
APU takes forever to get going in the game. Have takeoff checklist. Have takeoff checklist complete. Seatbelt signs off. APU finally up. It is. Alright, shut down. Flight attendants ready for arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Alright, shut down checklist. Seatbelt signs off. Beacon is off. Generator's electric set. Fuel pumps off. Nose wheel steering. That's the one I always forget. Probes windshield heat anti-ice off. Hydraulic pumps off. Thrust lever shut off. Transponders standby. Parking brake set. Shutdown check complete. Do a quick secure and then we'll be out of here. Parking brake set. IRS are off. Thrust reversers. Cargo recirc. APU. Battery master. There's a good flight into Portland. A little bit funky of an approach, the way they gave it to me. I got a little slow, but can't feel the airplane, so it's harder to cross-check a little bit. But good flights overall. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you're new and you enjoyed it, consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys next one.